My name is Gibby Siemion. I go by Gib or Gibby, and I graduated in 2006. My life and work, right now I am a full-time rolfer, so I have a private practice in rolfing, which is a form of bodywork, hands-on manipulation, and movement education that helps people feel better in their bodies. And I completed that training before I found Prescott College. So doing that full-time, and then I also these days do 3 Grand Canyon River trips a year, so still work as a commercial guide to some degree. Had I known about Prescott College sooner, I would have gone earlier. Those were my most pivotal years, you know. Had gone to college for a couple of years in the Midwest, needed to escape and find who I was and where my home was, wound up out west, became a rolfer, and then met my partner. And he had heard about Prescott College, actually he hadn't heard, he had gone to Prescott College and he wanted to go back and teach, and he was like, you know, do you want to finish your undergrad degree? And I was like, no, I found a career, I'm so happy, I'm making money, I'm living in Colorado, I love my life, and I'm not so into traditional education. And he was like, well, this place isn't so traditional. And so I started looking into it, and I was like, wow, this is what I want to do for education. And it completely blew my mind as far as helping me understand what education really could be, and sense of place. And so finished my undergrad there and was studying adventure education and environmental studies with an emphasis in conservation biology. And I started guiding on rivers when I went back to school, and encountered Larry Stevens on that trip. Oh yeah, and I was a TA because I'd been guiding. I was a TA for a Whitewater Perspectives and environmental study, something water in the West, and some water-based course. And we got a Grand Canyon permit, and so I rode a gear boat for that course and was terrified the whole time, but met Larry and was like, this is what at the end of that course I felt like I didn't know, I felt like I'd survived, and I also felt like this place has a lot to teach me, like I'll be back here. And then the next year I hooked up with Rob Noonan, and he hooked me up with a commercial outfitter, started guiding commercially in Grand Canyon, which changed my life in other ways. And Larry and I collaborated. I joined his project in Tamarisk ecological research for my baccalaureate project at Prescott College for my senior project. And that wound up being primary work that we published data from those studies, and it led into a graduate program at NAU with Larry as my primary advisor. And I wound up working with him in environmental sciences for his conservation nonprofit in Flagstaff for about 10 years. And yeah, so it completely changed the course of my life, and it was through so many really pivotal people at Prescott College. Yeah.